Perfect. So I'm Tiana, tianasmithcoaching.com. It's October 17th for anybody who's watching this, and it's our live thing. And then if you watch it in the replay, and this is a part of the three things you need to have in place to truly go six figures in part-time hours, specifically, like what systems need to be in place. But I'm actually going to lead with the two types of programs that you will be selling through those three systems. So it's a little bit of a five piece. So there's the two main ways to make money immediately and quickly in a higher ticket way. This is where like really getting the pen and paper out, getting ready for this. Okay. That's what we're going to cover in this training. So the two things you need, and then the three things you need to have in place. Okay. So the two main ways to make money are one-to-one and one-to-many. And before we begin, I want to talk about just a little bit about who I am. I dived into it earlier in the week, but just to review and why you'd want to even listen to me about this topic. You know, there are a lot of people out there and they say they do this or they say they do that. And I'm going to share a little bit about me, my experience in this field, and why I truly am in a position to help you get to your goals because of my experience with my own sales and my client sales for years. So I started in the music business actually. I went to Berklee College of Music. I got my master's degree from Full Sail in new media journalism and marketing. And through that time, when I initially got my master's degree, I thought I was going to be using it again in the marketing piece of the music business. I had worked at Sony Records. I had gone on tours, paid for my own tours. I've had over 40 of my songs placed in TV, film, and television. And the way I've done that is the same way I'm training all of you about branding yourself, about your statement, about your bio, knowing your packages. Because even in the music business, before I switched to marketing, and I was doing marketing in the music business, was I was pitching my own stuff as well as other people's stuff. They would hire me to do their projects and such. And what you always want to do, whatever it is you do, if you're a musician, if you're an entrepreneur, is you need to know who you are and what it is you offer. And that's why we talked about this on the first 2 days, is about who are you and what are you offering. And then you need to know your pricing. There's a big thing in the music business about people, I don't know if you've heard of this, paying to play out in Los Angeles. So when I lived in Nashville, and even when I lived in Boston, I went to the Berklee College of Music in Boston. When I was there, I would have all these paid gigs. And something interesting happened. I had heard about in LA how bands and musicians actually pay to play at venues. And it's this whole kind of scammy thing, honestly. And I refused to take part in it. So what I would do is exactly what I've been teaching you guys. I put my website together, I put my packages together, and I would pitch myself to these venues and show them whether they were sometimes they already had players, and I would have my package and say how long it would be. And then sometimes I was just pitching it outright, like helping them see why they needed me. And that's what you guys want to do in this world. I'm going to be relating my story to each of you right now, okay? And what I've also done for clients. And so when you show people that you can bring value to their life, if it's a venue, it means they want more people stopping and buying food or buying the drinks or buying even a store. If like I would be paid by stores to come and perform because I would do a vibe that made people want to stay, made people want to be happy, and made people want to buy. So what you need to think about, and you can write this down, and this is a part of when I said you need to list out what kind of solution you give for people. It's not just coaching. I mean, this is any industry. If you sell clothes, well, what kind of feeling do you want to give them? Can you give them an experience? I would definitely write down the word experience. What experience can you help people have? Is it more than just whatever service they're buying? Something about me when I work with my clients is they're like, wow, Tiana, I finally believe in myself. And the truth is, I can teach marketing, I can teach strategy, but something that is special, and it's a special thing that I bring to the table, is that I truly, deeply, madly love each of you. And I truly do. And I really believe one of my biggest passions in the world is my personality type. It is my heart. It is my mission. And that is to help each person believe in themselves. And then because of my experience with marketing, but it starts with the heart, the mind, the soul, that I want you to believe that it is possible that your dreams can come true. Then we get into strategy. And that's what we're going to talk about today, is the strategy. But I really want to overview this whole mindset. And it comes, how it's applicable once again, though, is if like you believe in yourself, well, then how can you show up in the industry you're in to provide value and an experience to your potential clients. And again, those clients could be stores, they could be restaurants, they could be a coach who wants to buy your services or your products from you or your time from you. But all of that is you're saying, how can I create an experience and value that people are way like, how can I go above and beyond or create some kind of a unique experience, a unique selling point, USP, in a way that people want to come to me and nobody else? And that's something that I'm a specialist at doing. So going back to my history and how I've done this in the music business, and I would do this in the music business too, when I would go on tour, the reason like other people weren't making money in their industry and I would, is I knew what did they want. I would put myself in their shoes. And this is why I talk about the golden rule of marketing even, but it goes for whatever person, the touch point, the person you're touching in wherever you're talking to them, you want to put yourself in their shoes. In the music industry, when I would be trying to get a hold of an A&R rep or a music CEO, I need to go through an assistant. So in order, they're the gatekeepers, right? So the gatekeeper, you want to think about from their perspective too. The truth is, everybody's looking for talent. I mean, type that in the comments. Everybody's looking for talent. Everybody wants to work with a star. You want to work with a star coach. You want to, either people want to be the star or work with the star or both. Put that in the comments. It is absolutely the truth. Why are you drawn to celebrities? Why are we drawn to these things? Because everybody wants to work with a star, right? So be the star, and also like put yourself in the position of, okay, so if I'm going through a gatekeeper, how can I appeal to them? What do they need in order to open the door so they don't get fired for opening the door? Because that's what a gatekeeper's job is to stop all the people coming at the door and to only let in the people that they think would be worth that person's time. Okay, so that puts it real serious. So when we talk about social media marketing for your business, this is why I say it's so simple. You're literally talking directly to your gatekeeper because of social media. They are connecting with you in that way. And so when I say you are a resource center for your dream clients, or to be a resource center for your dream clients. See, what you're doing when you're posting on social media as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, is you are removing the barrier between them and you. And what each step is, you're removing the barrier between them paying you money or not. So it's very like looking at social media marketing, looking at email marketing, looking at a pop-up group, looking at a video and being like, how can I help the other person on the other end of this actually have this mini transformation, have an experience, have value, so that that person would truly consider or would just do it, hire me. Does this make sense? Put a number 2 in the comments if this makes sense. 2 in the comments. Okay. So if that makes sense, so then when we talk about, there are 2 main ways to make money. Let's talk about that since we're on the number 2. Okay, so in that industry, approaching my clients this way, and then looking at my clients and listening to what their goals are, and then looking at their audience. This is the difference with me. I'm not just looking for a paycheck from my client. I am looking at, can I truly help this person and the audience that they want to serve? Can I get them a result and their audience a result? Because you see, it's like that. It's a full circle. So if one of you on here, like a person I know that's on here, he wants to help chiropractors, Tom, have a different income stream in their business. Now, like that's his niche, not my niche, but as a coach to that, as an entrepreneur to that, as I'm a person that's into solutions and marketing yourself and putting yourself out there, I would think about his branding, for example, and I'd be like, all right, at every touch point that a chiropractor or lawyer would see you, do you look like that? Like, first, we're looking again at visuals, designs. So this is the first thing you must have in place. You guys ready? Write it down. The first thing you must have in place truly is a killer brand, and it needs to look like $1 million. I know this is a 10K month and I have a 6-figure club, but I call it $1 million branding because over the course of 1, 3, and 5 years, you should absolutely be able to scale to 7 figures if that if you so wish with these systems. So even though these are six-figure funnels, proven six-figure funnels, proven six-figure marketing I'm training you on, they're actually, it's million-dollar branding is what you're looking for. That's the first thing you need in place. And if you don't have it in place, you guys have to hire out. There are so many options. I will give you some right now. First of all, you can hire me and my team. We have an amazing package. If you are on a super tight budget, use Upwork.com, use Etsy. There's even these ads like $27 branding kits. Yeah, they're not custom to you, but I promise you they look better than what you would probably do yourself. Branding and design is one of those things that you can't really teach it. People do need a gift for it. They need an eye for it. One thing that I do for my clients though is I build them Canva templates. So like what I do is like me and my team, we get your colors, we get your fonts, we get your logo, we get the whole overall $1 million branding. We upload that, but we put it into Canva and then I create templates for you in Canva so that you can just duplicate those. So whether it's an Instagram story or whether it's a social media post, but whether you are working on it yourself or you are doing it, you need to get help and get it started at least. I really recommend that. Okay. So that's number one, because that is the first thing that people see. So wherever it is, if it's social media, your website, your funnels, if it all looks mismatched, then you're going to have mismatched kind of paying clients or not paying clients. That's just the way it is. If everything you come out, it's slick, it looks good, and that's not where you stop. That's not where you stop. I have to give you the other two pieces, but you have to start with that. And I will tell you once again, back in the industry, when I first started, even at 16 years old, they're like, you need pro photos and you need a pro CD cover and a demo and a press kit. And that's what your guys, it's always the first step, no matter the industry. People, if they launch a new brand of clothing, it's the logos, it's the branding. You all know that. You are not put a number 5 in the comments if you get it. If you totally get it, you're like 5, 5, 5 in the comments. Branding, branding, branding. Again, you get 2 seconds. So that's number 1, okay? The number 2 thing, yes, you guys get it. Okay, the number 2 thing you need is you guys have to have an automated way to collect leads, or you will be constantly in a hustle, bustle state, and you will feel crazy. So I'm going to do a screen share in a minute to talk about point 2. But I want to talk about why this is so important. Okay, so when I talk about point 2, I'm going to give you the 2 things that you need to do to make money. So this is all 2s. Type more 2s in the comments if you're ready for this, okay? So point 2 is automation. Type automation in the comments. Automation, AU, you can just type A if you want. Then that way when I know in the training which point you're at, and I'm like refreshing this, making sure this is going live in our Facebook group as well. If somebody wants to comment in there, we can make sure we're in there. Okay, cool. I'm seeing it also in our Facebook group. That's great. Okay, so automation. So there are 2 main ways to make money quickly. One of them absolutely requires automation, and it's the way you can scale your business and have time freedom. Who wants time freedom? Number 7 in the comments, and type time freedom in the comments. That's what automation gives you. Okay, because there is a way you can absolutely hustle it, get on sales calls constantly. You can do all these calls to action posts, which I teach. But what you need to understand is I am coupling that. I am partnering that with automation. So let me show you my screen to show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So let's do it. Let me know if you can see my screen. And this is attract and automate your dream clients with funnels. I'm going to give you guys this checklist here. So I'm giving you guys a bonus printable worksheet that you can have for all of you. This will be a gift. I'm going to email it to you today. And the thing is, there are 4 things you need. Now I've kind of put together some of these for the 3 things you need, and because the automation is point 2. So all these pieces go with automation, okay? So the thing is, there's leads. Where do you get your leads? Okay, this is under point 2 of automation. Well, your leads come from Facebook, right? They come from Instagram. So let me go here and show you. Anyone that is viewing your material and engaging with you is a potential lead. They're a prospect, right? So whether people are seeing your stuff on Instagram, whether people are seeing your stuff on Facebook, This is all where these leads are coming from. So when I come here to this page, these leads. Now, a funnel, an automated funnel, the way that you get people down that funnel to the next level is a freebie. Now, a freebie is a free gift that somebody gives you in exchange for your email and name. Now, all of you, if you come to Instagram, this is, and I promise you, do not believe the lies of people saying you don't need a funnel. I took a screenshot this last week. Let me talk to you face to face when I tell you this. Every person who says you don't need a funnel is literally saying, hey, sign up here and I'm going to tell you why you don't need a funnel. It's such a lie and deception. I'm not okay with it. Because literally getting your name and email is their funnel. Do you see? So they're lying to you. Don't believe these lies. Okay. Everybody put in the comments like, no more lies, no more lies. I need a funnel. You all need a funnel. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you you don't need a funnel. This is why I give my funnel templates in my 6-figure club. I have a whole training. This PDF is just one PDF from a 5-module training. Now, when clients work with me one-on-one, and I'm going to give you guys this opportunity at the end, but I want you to understand this. I want to educate you right now. Don't believe these other lies. I take screenshot after screenshot when I see coaches and famous people saying you don't need a funnel to do what I'm doing. All of them have funnels. All of them are lying. Do not believe the lies anymore. Don't believe the hype. It's to lie to you to tell you that you don't need it. Because honestly, funnels are complicated, and even getting your design and branding up is complicated. But let me give you a big picture view of that real quick. When you go into business, let's say you bought a local business and you wanted to open a store. Most people need like $100,000, between 30 to 100K minimum, just to open the doors of a local business. So type that in the comments, 30K to 100K. How do you get that? You borrow it from friends or from the bank. That's just how they do it. Or somebody's family has money. That's just the way it is, right? Or you had money. Maybe you sold something else and you got that. So wherever you get the money from, you need that much money. When I talk to you about a funnel thing, it's 5 to 10K to work with me. You can make all your money back in 1 month and you don't have overhead. The ongoing overhead is like $130 a month. You pay rent, you pay Wi-Fi, you pay electricity, and you have things to stock when you have an in-person business, whether it is a restaurant, whether it is a store, whether it is a coffee shop. You also have to hire employees. So when we talk about, when I want to give you big picture right here, when I talk about a package of mine that's 5K or 10K, whatever it is, you need to understand that the ongoing rates of that, when all your business is in a place, I call it a business in a box, you are in business then. You have fees that are maybe 130 to 200 a month, plus your own Wi-Fi or your cell phone, where we're talking 500 a month tops for a system that you can go 6 and even 7 figures with. How amazing is that? Type the number 7, standing for 7-figure, in the comments if that's exciting to you. So we're talking a teeny tiny fraction. It doesn't mean you don't invest. That's silliness. To come into business and to think you don't have to invest thousands of dollars, then you really should not be in business. So let's not play that game. I don't work with people like that. I personally invest a lot of money into my business, but I'm able to make a lot of money. Do you see what I mean? So if you're in a place where you're like, that's it, I'm done like playing small. Now there are levels. You can do this in levels. You can do it on, let's say, a payment plan with someone. But what you want to do is get really good at being wise, talking to people who know what they're doing. So just so you guys know, one of my clients, speaking of $5,000, she invested around that price point to work with me. Her name's Kathy Heller. You might have heard of her. She gives me permission to talk about our story. She is a video testimonial. So if any of you know, like when we first started, she hadn't launched. She was in the middle of launching her new podcast, which is a bestseller one. She just interviewed Matthew McConaughey like this last week. I think she was number 2, just under Oprah Winfrey, for a year on Apple iTunes podcast. And before that, she's a multi-6-figure earner for her 6-figure company. We both went to Berklee College of Music, so we were in an alumni group. Berklee College of Music has also hired me for marketing and design. So this is what I mean about, you're not just talking to somebody who is like this coach that made 10K one time and teaches other people how to do that. This is something I've been doing for 9 years in the marketing and in the music business. I've been doing this kind of work for 22 years. So I really have earned my stripes over here. And I was talking to some people about, they're like, Tiana, you need to tell people about what you do. And so I'm not saying this bragging, I'm saying it as experience. It's stuff you wouldn't know unless I share it with you. Okay. So she hired me to put this funnel in place, this system I'm about to teach you about. How do you get people off of social media? How do you automate sales too? It's not just the automating of leads, it's the automating of sales. So that even though you may do a sales call with the two approaches I'm going to teach you right now, you are still have a way to bring in the sales, to bring in the leads automatically every single day while you're sleeping or awake or doing that or doing something else. And that is what has helped me, and is the only reason I've been able to provide a living for my children, getting paid way more than any awesome job would even pay me. I have a master's degree. I could go be a professor. That was part of the reason I got it initially. But then I started making so much money with marketing that I was like, I don't need to do that. I can do that from anywhere. I can do that right here on a Saturday morning. I went on a morning a drive by the ocean with my coffee already. I'm living my freedom lifestyle here. So Kathy hired me to put her funnels in place to help her list build and to help her come up with a free offer, which is about what I'm about to tell you guys about, free offers and automation. And within 90 days of launching that, and I helped her run some Facebook ads too. We didn't pay a ton of money, I'd say $1,000 max, but she had $180,000 launch. And since then, she's made hundreds and hundreds and more thousands, if not a million, from the kind of funnels, from the system. And she's done her own work. She absolutely is a super hard worker. She shows up. She was pregnant with her third child. You know, she ain't playing. She takes it serious. I'm looking for another success story like that. I'm like, can you be Kathy Eller? Do it. Who's competitive in here? Type the number 3 in the comments if you're competitive. If you're like, I want to be the next success story. I want a 6-figure launch. Put in the comments if you want a 6-figure launch. Like, come on, who wants a 6-figure launch in here? Who wants to get your systems together? And you don't just want like 6 figures a year. You want to like just go all in, go all out, do what it takes. Like, are you ready to do what it takes to live the life you dream? Like, put that in the comments. Like, I'm ready to do what it takes to live the life I dream. There is no difference between her and you and me. My clients, just so you know, it doesn't have to take that long. You know, Kathy was already 6 figures. I'd had a lot of experience in this. Kathy had a better launch than me, though. Like, you know, it's this comparison games. It's not about comparing to each other, but it's saying I'm willing to go all in on myself. And just so you guys know, there's lots of levels with this. The last time I ran a boot camp, I only did a 2-day because I didn't have the capacity to do a 5-day at the time. And 3 of my clients who were a part of that just 30 days ago have all made thousands and thousands of dollars. And 2 of them had never made thousands of dollars on their own programs before. So what you need to realize is when you work in a certain way and you have a guide who takes you from here to here, it doesn't need to take forever. It could take you a day, it could take you a week, it could take you a month, and it could even take 3 months. But the point is, it took me years to figure it out. But once I hit the 6-figure mark, it starts to speed up. So that's what I want to tell you guys. So let's talk about this automation again. Type the automation in the comments if you're following me. So when we're talking about, to review this, where you're taking leads and you're doing a freebie, that's a place where people can sign up. They put their information in the way you guys got even on this call. You could be giving them a webinar. You could be giving them a meditation. The point is you have a present in one hand and they give you their name and email. Now, then what needs to happen is automated emails. And sometimes they work correctly, sometimes they don't. Like today, I had a scheduling conflict. I didn't add up the hours correctly. So I think it went out at the wrong time. But I'm just like a really real person. I'm like, okay, I'll fix that for next time. So we've got automated emails that are educating people about what it is you're doing. So for example, again, if you come here, we click on this free live coaching starts here, they can click there. Not only do I have free coaching, they can click on a free business planner. Okay. So if somebody wanted a free business planner. So these are some kind of things I give. Who's signed up on a free offer before? Put in number 8 in the comments if you've signed up on a free offer before and you've signed up for somebody's list. They say, yes, I want this thing. It goes to a thank you page, right? Now, this is the whole funnel system. This whole funnel system I actually teach, and I actually give all these templates in my 6-figure club. Okay. So this is a whole program. Now, when we come back to the things that you need, okay, so this automated way to collect leads, you also can have an automated conversion and a sale. Because what can happen here is you can have them join a Facebook group, or you could take them straight to a sales page. And so if I also click on this button one more time, I could say, click on Tiana's Entrepreneur Only Store and get these trainings. And so I have freedom planners, and I have an automated way that people can come on here. They can buy my freedom planner. So the point of automation is not only to have leads and you want to get them onto your list. The truth is, I want you to understand this right now. Your Facebook, your Instagram are not owned by you. Your YouTube is not owned by you. It's owned by Google. Your Facebook is owned by Facebook. Instagram and WhatsApp are also owned by Facebook. At any time, if you get blocked out of Facebook or somebody hacks your account, all your leads are gone. What are you going to do with your business if all your leads went away? And it's really important to be always getting people onto your email list. Your email list is your asset. Type that in the comments. Your email list is your asset. And that is the third thing you need is an email list. So there are three parts again, and then I'm going to talk about the 2 ways to make money, and I'm going to give you guys an offer. One, design and branding, making sure no matter where people find you, it looks like $1,000,000. Yes, an email list is your asset. I'm going to tell you some stories about that. Number two, you have to have an automated way to collect leads and also sales, because otherwise you're going to be on this constant hustle and bustle and you're not going to know who's there and you're not going to own your list. Because number three is you need an email list. Your email list is your asset. It is something that you can even sell with your business. It is something you, and not in a spammy way. It's something that, like, if somebody came in and they were like, hey, Tiana, I'm interested in your Freedom Planner. How many people are on the list who've been interested in the Freedom Planner? There's buyers and there's people who are prospects. Put that in the comments. Prospects and buyers. There's a difference. There's a difference. You want to always be building both, because prospects turn into buyers. It goes down into the funnel. That's all a funnel is. You're leading people from A to B or A to C. That's all a funnel is. Put it in the comments right now. Say, a funnel is leading people from A to B. That's it. Point A to point B. And what that A and B look different. So the first point A is leads. The point B would be give them a free offer. C would be send them weekly emails. And D would be an automated sale. But it does narrow down. You know, there is a percentage rate from buyers versus prospects. That's why you got to build up your prospects so you have more sales. Say it in the comments. Let's just keep it super simple. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the woo. Don't believe all these things that people try to tell you. It's just not true. The truth is this. You need these three things, or you will be constantly on a hamster wheel hustle and you will not be making the money you deserve to make. That is absolutely the truth. Now, there are different ways to run these three things, and I'm going to talk to you about that right now. Okay. So let's go here. Let me share my screen real quick again. So what are the three things? Put it in the comments. Number one, you need a design and brand. You need a 7-figure branding and design. You just do. Put it in the comments. Put 7-figure branding. Put it in the comments. Come on, you guys. You got to engage. So we are on the last day, and I get to see who gets to win this. One, you need a 7-figure branding in place. Again, I told you, you can hire me and my team. You can hire some much cheaper people at Upwork.com if you'd like. I'm not saying whatever level they are. And then you can do even Etsy. You could even do a template. The point is, please get your branding up and make it look awesome and have it be branded across everywhere so that when people see your brand, let's just go to mine for an example. Oh, so many things going on. So I train on Facebook. We're just going to cut down that thing and we're going to open a new window and see if that works. Okay. Well, that went away. Okay, let's reopen. Let's open that. Let's do a stop share. So I'm going to share with you guys that. Okay, 7-figure branding. Yes, you need automation and automation of list and sales. And then you need to be growing that email list, which is absolutely, they're all connected. So this is why, like, they're all connected and you need every piece. It would be like building a drive-through coffee shop and not having a drive-through. Like, I try to give physical examples of businesses because we all understand that. A lot of times people place the digital world in this other level, and I don't want you to do that. I want you to really understand that this is a real world. This is your real store. So if you need a storefront, how can people buy from you if you don't have something to buy? How can people like, do you ever go to a website? Say this with me in the comments. Let me give this to you why list building is so important. Do you ever go to a website to buy something? Maybe you see an Instagram ad, or maybe you just go to Adidas, or you go to Nike, or you go to even Amazon. Amazon's a little different because everybody has like an Amazon membership. But any other website, it could be big brands, Nike, Anthropologie, okay? You go there. but you're not even sure you're going to buy it. And maybe you get distracted. Your kid calls your name. But before you went, there was a pop-up and it said, hey, sign up here, get 10% off your first order. Hey, sign up here if you're interested in new tickets. Hey, sign up here for a coupon. Hey, get this free thing. And you're like, okay. Then you get distracted or you're not ready to buy yet. Anybody done that? Type the number 1 in the comments if you do that. I do that all the time. Like I am like, I don't know if I want to buy that. I want to think about it. But you know what I did? I signed up on their email list. So guess what happens then? They are emailing me and they are in my inbox. They're like, hey, did you get that? Hey, sign up on our text chain, like Express. I'm like, I still don't know how I'm on like the Express text chain, but it works. Like sometimes they'll text me and they're like, $10 tanks, they're in stock. I'm like, I actually need a tank right now. This is the thing. Like, you need to be as consistent as these big brands are online for your business. Like, why are you stopping your own growth? Like, it's all available to you guys. So that is necessary. So let me walk you through this. I got my screen back. So let me walk you through this. Okay. So we talked about branding. No matter where somebody finds you, it all needs to look consistent. Here's our 3 pieces you need. Okay. So right up here is if you go to Facebook, and I give my 6-figure club members, it's actually in their training, is up here, and I teach you and I give you the actual templates. That's your cover template, which is also mobile friendly. Please put on the comments, everything needs to be mobile friendly. Say everything needs to be mobile friendly. Everything needs to be mobile friendly. So anywhere people find me, these colors and these fonts are there. See these colors, these fonts. Do you see it? Sometimes you can mix it up with a bold thing, with a party thing, but there's my fonts, there's my fonts, there's my colors. See what I mean? When people go here, they're going to go to a free offer. If we go to tianasmithcoaching.com, let's go back to my other page. If we go to my website, you're going to see that everything again is branded. This is my font. These are my fonts. This is my color. There is always a place to put your name and email in, right? This is like, okay, now I want a custom 10K a month strategy. So people fill this out. And then it goes to thank you, it's on your way. And then it takes them to a Facebook group. These are a load of different kinds of funnels, guys. But the truth is they're all connected. And don't feel overwhelmed. I can help you hook this up. Okay. That is what I do. I have templates for all of it. I actually have this amazing new web developer who's right now building my website, and I'm literally duplicating it for my 6-figure club members. No joke. Isn't that amazing? So there are 3 main funnels you need. It's your website. You need to grow your list, and you need a way to get people on a sales call to close them. You can type that in because that's going to support the 2 ways to make money. Type this up. Okay. I'm just giving you guys the goods. This is what it is. Number 1, you have to have a website so people know who you are and they take you serious. It is the same thing as a coffee shop or a store or a storefront. That's your website. It's your home base. But from that website and also from all your social media, and everything needs to be branded, you need to always be getting people's name and email to grow your list. This is how simple it is. I'm repeating it over and over again. I think I've said it 5 or 6 times because I need you to understand this. And then literally what you're doing in life. Are you guys ready for how this just works all together? When your brand is up, when you're showing up on social media daily, and you're always telling people about where they can get their free offer from you, your list is constantly growing, your inbox is constantly filled for people asking to work with you, and you're in business. That's just how this works. It is that simple. I just cut down all the mystery. Type the number 8 in the comments if you're feeling it. You see what I'm 8 in the comments right now. If you're like, no more mystery, I grabbed the like curtain, I took it back, and I'm like telling you, this is where it's at. What is holding you and everyone back is 2 main things. And here's what it is. You're not being clear on what it is you offer, and or you do not have a well done online presence, or you're not selling on sales calls. So it's a few things, but one of those things isn't working, if not all of them. But when those 3 things are working, you've got an amazing brand in place, you're constantly putting people on your email list, and you're getting on sales calls and selling. Those are the 3 things you need. So those are the 3 parts that I help you put in place. And in the 6-figure club that I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to have a scholarship within a minute here, we provide support, because you know what, the number one thing you need besides your systems in place, can somebody tell me in the comments, what do you think the number one thing you need? You need accountability and a place where you're going to get the strategy ongoing so that you actually keep hitting your goals. So with my Six Figure Club members, one-on-one, I have an 8-week package, and for I only have 2 spots of this left. I have 2 scholarships for 5K off my 10K package, and you can message me if you're interested. And the other thing I have is I have a $3,000 scholarship. My Six Figure Club is $6,000 for the year. Or for those who've gone through this week and you've been in here, you can message me right now, and I have 10 $3,000 scholarship spots available. Now, here's what I'm going to give you. If for some reason that price point feels high, send me a message regardless. We can figure something out. But for those who are ready to do this, to get your $3,000 scholarship, work with me for a year. I've got a finance coach in there. I've got a funnel coach that's coming. I'm a funnel coach right now. In the meantime, I'm working more in business strategy. I have a mindset coach, a life coach in there. This is a mastermind program. And what my guarantee is that you will pay that, but you are not getting out of there until we get your investment way up. So if you get that $3,000 scholarship, then we want to help you make like that 30K. Like you're staying in without an extra year fee. If you go all in and do that thing, that if you're doing the work. But the truth is, my clients get it way faster. Like I said, this month alone, my clients who joined last month, they all have either got their return on investment, doubled it, and these are people who were just starting out. So people who've been in business have actually, one of my clients, Carol, in the spring, she is a therapist, and she, like many of you and many things I hear, is for years she had taken courses, worked with coaches, and still had not monetized any of those methods. My specialty is monetizing. So I'm telling you the system's needed, but we need to monetize that. You can have a pretty website, you can have a pretty funnel and not be making any money. That's not cool. We want it all pretty or handsome or hit or hot. And we also want hot money. Who wants hot money? Type a money sign in the comments right now if you want to monetize better. If you want to get this thing up and running finally, okay? So Carol worked with me one-on-one. She is the system, the six-figure system, but she also hired me to work with her one-on-one to teach her my systems and to coach with me weekly to get her to that point and just speed up the process. Guess what? She got out of her, she had a goal for 2022 to move all online, like her therapy, just a few days a week, to go from full-time to part-time, and then to also replace her income with her coaching thing. She helps coach women who have been cheated on and helps them to overcome that and restart their lives. And she's amazing. She's an actual therapist, and she's incredible. Has a real proven strategy, has a book, but she wasn't monetizing any of that except some random book sales. After working with me for just 8 weeks, she had this launch, this huge launch. She sent me a testimonial. Her video is coming soon, but she's written me. She sent me flowers. She wrote me a note and then she was able to actually move completely out of her practice, all digital right now because of what's going on in the world. She's still where she's at, but her goal was for her and her husband to be able to coach or do clients from anywhere in the world. Like Italy is her dream, to go live there. And now she's done it. And she wrote me because she's like, all these other courses, all these other coaches didn't help me. And Tiana, your strategies did. The truth is, guys, I take it very serious because I am a single mom, as I've said. And even when I wasn't and didn't have the support, I relied on my finances if I wanted to get coffee, let alone a vacation. Okay. So I take it serious, and I take results serious too. I'm not a person that wants a paycheck. What I want is a paycheck and you to get results so that you're excited and you're getting results for your clients. We work with ethical people, people who want to go help the world, impact the world with your gifts. And then you can give charity to charity. And let me give you a mindset thing right here. You can't help the poor if you're one of them. I know a lot of my clients, like, they want to help others, but let me tell you, my charity is between me and God. This is why you may not hear me talk about it. I believe it's a private thing, but don't get it twisted. I 100% believe in giving, but I'm not going to talk about where I'm giving because I do think it's private. And I believe what God says about that. Okay. But what I want you to know is that I was done not having enough money for me and my family, let alone not being able to help if somebody needed help. Who's ever felt that way? Type the number 5 in the comments if you've ever felt that way and you're frustrated. I remember Jim Rohn, one of his big conversations was like Girl Scouts showed up at his door and he didn't even have the money to buy a box from them. And I think he wrote them a bad check. And he was like, that was a low point. He's like, that was horrible. And he was so embarrassed though. I mean, like when you don't have it, it's stressful. So my goal with you, with the Six Figure Club, whether you work one-on-one with me or you work in our group mastermind and you still get support from me, is to help you truly have the design and branding, have your systems, and to monetize it. So you have more time and money for fun. Okay. That's just where it is. It's that simple. So if you're interested in that, you have to message me right away if you would like one of the scholarships. I am offering a bonus for the first 3 people who do the scholarship, just the group one. And what I'm going to do for the first 3 people who message me is I'm going to give you 3 months of one-on-one coaching. It's not weekly. I'm going to give you one big call once a month, a one-on-one 60-minute call for 3 months so that we can help keep you on track each month. And then what I have is an 8-week package. It's my 10K package. I'm offering 2 5K scholarships to that. It would also include the year mastermind. So whatever package you're interested in, just what you need to do is message me ASAP. That's what you need to do. And if you're watching this and it's in replay mode and there's a button right below here, then you can click on that button. But for right now, any of you watching on Facebook, watching on Zoom, you have to message me right now if you're interested in one of my scholarships, whether it's for the group mastermind or for the other one, and we can figure out how we can get this going for you. Let's get you going. This is not a cost, this is an investment, and my clients get return on investments when they do the work. And thank you, Vanessa. I appreciate saying I'm amazing. You guys have been amazing this week. The group is going to be shutting down tonight at 7 o'clock. So you want to make sure if there's any training, if there's any things going on, if you want to book in for a call with me, send me a message. And I've really, really enjoyed all of you who came on here, who've been in the 5-day challenge. Thank you for taking the time. And I truly would love to hear in the comments on Facebook or messaging me. I would love to hear what you got from it. And then again, I will be announcing the winner who is the most engaged, and you will get an Amazon gift card and the Freedom Planner package and system. And any of you who want any of these other things, just send me a message. You know how to reach out to me. I'm right there. You're never bugging me. Don't be embarrassed. Like, you never know unless you ask. So why don't you ask me too? There's actually amazing things that happen in life when you ask. I actually just this week reached out to somebody that I've been wanting to. I'm growing my Instagram, and she's got many, many more followers, almost 1 million followers. And she's and I talked to her and I messaged and said, hey, would you consider doing something with me? Because even if my numbers aren't as high as hers, I have some skills. And she's like, I totally want to. I'm so honored you asked me. And so I'm telling you guys, reach out, ask for what you want, and you never know. And even if it's a not yet, it doesn't mean it's a no. Good things come to those who expect good things. So God bless you guys. I love you so much. I so appreciate your time this week. Reach out to me and we'll see you soon. I'll see you on the other side. And I hope to see you Monday in the Six Figure Club. Because one thing I want to say before we go is this. I know we've had an amazing week and it's been so much momentum and everybody is talking about all this momentum. Now you need to think about Monday. So there's always a fear sometimes or nervousness with an investment. The truth is it's on you. You're fearing, can you do this thing? You absolutely can. And that's not just, I just, if you're willing to do the work and you're willing to figure it out, you absolutely can. There's no difference between you and me and Amy Porterfield, me and Tony Robbins even. It just depends on what you're willing to do to get what you really want. That's all, that is it. And I have a system and a strategy that 100% works if you want to get to 6 figures doing your online marketing and being an entrepreneur. But if you want that support, reach out to me. And again, thank you for being in here. God bless you guys. See you soon.